Hi everybody. So I'm outside, and of course that's when the wind is like, hey girl, hey, let me play with your hair real quick. So throughout this live stream I'll try to focus on the conversation and not on the fact that my hair is literally getting mollywopped or destroyed, whatever the word is, by the wind. So I'm here with my family. They're actually going to do indoor skydiving. It's really cool on this place in Brandon called iFly. And like I promised, I will be going on live more for you, not just to give you great content, but also, well, great content of course, but to encourage you to do more and better in your business. And so if you're like, who is this woman that's in my feed with the messy hair? My name is Fabiola Giordani, and I am from FabiolaGiordani.com if you want to know where I reside at virtually. I am a business and marketing coach, and what I do is I help entrepreneurs essentially create marketing systems that gets them leads and profits daily in the business, and of course build their business to a six-figure mark and beyond. And so I wanted to share this with you. So whether you're watching this live or via the replay, this is really important for you to know and understand that perfectionism is killing your business. So let me share a little story with you. So today, I usually don't even listen to like free webinars anymore. If I need something, I feel like you have great content, you have great testimonials, people love you, I'll just buy because I'm like, I don't have time for that. But today I sat through a webinar, and I'm going to say this because I want you to understand where I'm coming from. It was a guy who was hosting the webinar. He's great. I'm not naming names, but I sat through the webinar and the content was amazing. But this guy, even though his content was amazing, he's amazing. The product is amazing. What I realized is that he didn't even care. Like, he cared enough to put the training out and do all this, but he didn't care. Like, even at a point in the training, he was like, oh, I'm rambling, and he stopped himself and he kept going with the content. His slides weren't amazing. Like, they weren't all branded and gorgeous. He just wanted to give you the great content. He just wanted to give you this information in order for you to move your life and your business forward. And he wasn't worried about how perfect everything was and how pretty it was and all of that. What he cared about is whether or not you can hear and see him, whether or not you can understand what he's saying, you know, if you're picking up what he's putting down, right? And he cared about just giving you the content to change your life and business, or your business in this case. And so while I was listening to him, I was like messaging one of my friends. I'm like, this is crazy. Like, yes, his content is awesome, but this dude is rambling. His slides aren't perfect, and he does not give two hoots about all that foolery. So I bring this up because I want to share with you, I'm walking, I'm pacing. I want to share with you that oftentimes, especially women, we want everything to be super perfect. So I'm going to just share another story. So I've had clients in the past who are either new or just starting out, and then they launch their business and they're like, oh, you know, I don't have a website. It's not pretty and it's not all this. I have to tell you, like, the website I have today, all the branding that I have today was not what I had when I started. And had I waited for me to have everything perfect, I wouldn't have a business. I would have an expensive hobby, seriously, because trying to make everything perfect and perfect pictures. Like, my husband took my first set of pictures, first 3 sets. His friend who was like starting out photography did another set. And then finally, once I got my business like where I needed to be, I invested in a photographer. I'm saying all this to say is that, especially as women, we have this innate thing inside of us that we want to be liked and loved, which is fine. But being perfect all the time is not going to get you results in your business. Sometimes you just have to do the things that you need to do to get yourself out there to serve the people you're meant to serve. And so instead of spending so much time worrying about how perfect your branding really is and how nice your website is, consider the fact that you haven't put out any content to actually attract your ideal audience, right? Sorry, my hair is like... Think about the fact that you may have not even took the time to create content to attract the people you want to work with, right? But instead you're focusing on, is my website banner cute, right? But it's like, if I have no traffic source and no one coming to me and no content to give them when they do come to me, does it really matter if I don't have a product or a service to serve them? Does it really matter, right? Like, this guy was giving great content, but his slides were not on point. The presentation was on point, but sometimes he rambled and he wasn't worried about being perfect. Sometimes they asked a question and he answered, but he kept rambling and he was like, oh, sorry, here's the point. Let's move on, right? But he wasn't really focused. Like, right now I should be focused on, you know, I could easily be focused on my hair, even though it's just annoying. But I'm not, right? Because I want to get this message out to you. So today's message for you, the lesson, is stop allowing perfectionism to kill your business. And I am going to still fix my hair. I'm a girl. Stop allowing perfectionism to kill your business. You are killing your business. You're not really serving people the way you want to because you're not actually showing up for them. So what have you done lately to show up for the audience that you're trying to serve? If you're saying I don't have clients and I'm struggling to get this and that, what are you putting all your energy on? Is it the perfect social media quotes? Like, is that really going to bring you clients? Is it a really lengthy 2,000 word blog post? Is that going to get you clients? If it is, then great. If not, stop worrying about it. I used to have this friend who, well, we're still friends, but he basically used to do his whole thing. Like, when you opt into his email list, he would say, P.S. I constantly misspell words, so you don't have to reply and let me know. It's just my thing. Like, put that as a part of my brand. Just know that sometimes my sales pages, if I write them, will have misspell words, and some of my emails will too. And so it's kind of like poking fun of the perfectionism aspect. Is like, hey, do you want to know more about how to grow your business with what I'm sharing with you, or do you care about how I spell things? Because yeah, that's gonna be important, but I think understanding like more of the marketing side and what I'm teaching is more important. So I want to encourage you today, to really consider the fact that you might be slowly but surely killing your business because you're too busy trying to be so perfect, right? And if you're here and you're watching, say hey, drop me a note, a reaction or something. I just want to know if you're catching any of this. And so I really want to encourage you to stop waiting around for things to be perfect. You don't need the perfect font, the perfect banner. In fact, a few of my clients actually has been making money in their business for an entire year, and they still haven't launched their website. Yeah, they've been using landing pages, but everything hasn't always been super perfect. Her branding wasn't even done until halfway of 2016. And so you can imagine how much time you're wasting trying to make everything perfect. Now, as a branding expert, because I've done that for several years, I can tell you that that's not going to stop you from getting clients. One of my wedding clients or event planning clients booked out to the entire year, and she just has that one-page website. It is not super perfect. It is not where she wants it to be, but it is done, and it allowed her to attract clients and get booked out to the end of the year. So that's all I want to share with you is like, stop really denying yourself the ability to make a profit, the ability to serve people, the ability to impact the world and show up in a big way because you're so worried about everything being so perfect. In fact, several of my mentors, I hired people based on their skills and expertise. Several of my mentors were hired and they haven't updated their website for years. You know why? Because they show up, they give great content, they're always in my inbox with great stuff, they're always giving me so much love in terms of like being a part of their community that I was like, ooh, I gotta work with you. What do you have open? Let's do this, right? Because they were showing up and doing the things that they were meant to do and giving the great content versus worried about how pretty their brand is. In fact, all they have is nice pictures. Like, they have branded pictures, but their websites do not look that great. One of them even said, like, the website is not going to make me money. And it doesn't, because most of the time she uses sales pages and things like that and landing pages. So although people go and visit the website, it's not the only thing that's going to bring her leads and things like that. So in the end, because my hair is just like really getting on my nerves, in the end, I want to encourage you to think about like what things are you missing in your marketing that is keeping you from actually getting clients. Do you have a marketing system? Do you have a plan? Do you have content already created? I'm going to go inside because I'm just really annoyed by it. Do you have content created? I'm echoey now. Do you have content created to meet the people that you want to meet and really attract the right clients? And if not, what do you need to do right now to fix that, right? Don't worry about how pretty your brand is and how you don't have branded images. I know this young lady, I'm not naming names, but she's on Instagram. She has a thriving business and she does not have any pro pictures. All her pictures are selfies. Well, I don't recommend it. She is actually serving her purpose without worrying about how gorgeous her pictures are. So you get my point. I have so many examples I can share with you. But today, on Friday, I want to encourage you to stop allowing perfectionism to kill your business. You're not serving your purpose by sitting around waiting on your pretty pictures, whether or not you have money for them, whether you have a nice logo or a website. Like 2 years into my business when I got a logo. The logo that you see that I share on my different marketing materials, that was 2 years. Before I got one. And by then I had already built a multiple six-figure business. So I want to encourage you to stop allowing things like that to get in your way. Now, yesterday I did share with you that I'm going to share with you about my challenge. So I'm going to just share with you just a quick because I have to go. But I want to share with you information about the challenge. I don't have the link up, but you can go to FabiolaJordani.com and you can opt into any of the opt-in boxes on my site and just join the VIP list, and you'll be notified when we have the challenge information. But essentially, this challenge is going to, it's a get booked out 5-day marketing challenge. And this is not one of those challenges where you're like, they give you random, I don't want to curse, but they give you random prompts that really don't help you. So we're going to talk about what it takes to market your business to get booked out. And I'm also making you go live. There'll be a really cool prize for anyone who does the work the entire time. So I'm really excited about that. I don't do challenges, so you know I've been plotting this for a while and it's going to be good. I'm really excited. So if you want to join, if you want to get ahead of the line and you're like, I can't wait for her to put the landing page up, I'll probably come back to the live stream and add the landing page on here, the link on here. But if you're, you're ready to go and you're like, I just want to learn when it comes live, you can go to FabiolaJordani.com and join the VIP list, and you will not miss this. So your action item for today, because I don't want to leave you hanging, right? We talk about perfectionism killing your business and we just sit here. So your action item today is to do, it's like spring is here, right? Do a spring cleaning of what you've been doing that's keeping you from to actually taking action, and it's focused on trying to be perfect all the time. So if it's doing your first ever webinar, then do it, right? There are people walking. If it's doing your first ever webinar, do the content and do it. If it's finally emailing your list, I know people who have thousands of people on their list and they've never reached out to them, which is really crazy, right? People are raising their hands saying they want to hear from you and you're not sending them anything. So if it's sending your first email this weekend and saying, hey, this is what I've been up to. Sometimes people want to just hear from you. It doesn't have to be like, hey, how are you? Here's 5 steps to recreating your life. It doesn't have to be anything elaborate. It could just be like, I opted in to hear from you. And so I would like to actually hear from you. So my call to action for you today is 2 things. I'm going to be putting up the link and sharing with you when the challenge information is up live, but go to FabiolaJordani.com and join the VIP list. And then 2, evaluate what you're doing in your business that is bringing in income and what's not bringing in income, and stop wasting time on things that are not. Again, what you're lacking, find a way to supplement it. Like if you need help, look for someone to help you, but don't wait around, and make sure you have a pretty logo, fancy photos, because sometimes people have that, they may not even be making money in their business. And so invest your time wisely is what I want to say. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to go watch my family fly now. I will see you tomorrow because I promised you a live stream on Saturday. Bye.